Imagine yourself. There you are, sitting at a stoplight. The radio's playing mid-volume in the background. A commercial ends, and the next song begins to play. And instantly, the sound of that song triggers a memory. Maybe it's of a particular person or of a certain moment from your past. And for a few seconds, it's almost as if your mind is taking you on a personal time travel trip back in time, and you find yourself feeling as if you're with that person or you're re-experiencing that moment that came to mind. You know, we've all had that kind of thing happen, whether it was from hearing the sound of a certain song or from catching the scent of a perfume or an aftershave or something maybe, that's baking in an oven nearby. And when we have those moments that take us back, when those memories flood our minds, we experience all kinds of different emotions, don't we? Some of those flashbacks will make us sad. Some will stir up feelings of gratitude. Some will bring, like I said, maybe a tear to our eye, when others will bring a smile to our face. In the field of psychology, those sights, sounds, smells, and things which whisk our thoughts to some moment from our past, they're called memory triggers. And thousands of years before psychologists coined the term memory triggers, Jesus created one for his followers. We call it communion, or the Lord's Supper. Sometimes I wonder, did Jesus come up with the idea of sharing that first communion with his disciples in the upper room right then and there with a moment of creative spontaneity? Or had he pre-thought the whole thing hours, maybe days, or possibly weeks or even months before? One thing's for sure. When we take communion for the right reasons and with the right attitude, it's a reminder that involves our whole person. Think about it. The taking of communion, it involves all 5 of our physical senses. We see the bread and the juice. We feel the bread. We touch the cup with the juice. As we lift the cup of juice to our mouth, we may get a whiff of the aroma of the juice. We might find the same thing with the bread or the cracker. With our ears, we sometimes, hear the sound of the cup being taken from its tray, or maybe we hear the crunch of the cracker as it's broken or chewed. And at the same time, our physical senses are being engaged. So also is our intellect, emotions, and our soul, as we remember how the juice reminds us of Jesus' blood that was shed, and how the piece of bread reminds us of Jesus' body, which was nailed to a cross and hung there until Jesus died. And while we remember with incredible gratitude during those moments when we take communion how Jesus died so that our sins could be forgiven, hope is stirred within us, because we're aware that the practice of taking communion is to serve us as a reminder, but only until that time when we meet Jesus, either by our passing or his returning, whichever comes first. And then what will come after that? Well, then the Bible lets us know will come the celebration, the party. Then will come what is described in the book of Revelation as the marriage supper of the Lamb. And after that, there's the sharing of life forever with God and with others in the kingdom of heaven.